The Denver Broncos just got incredible news about the Philadelphia Eagles, because these are not the same Eagles everyone fears. Yes, they're coming off a Super Bowl run, yes, they've had their moments of dominance, but make no mistake, this team is not the unstoppable giant people make them out to be. I've seen Broncos fans writing this off as an automatic loss, a tough road game in Philly with an early kickoff. But let's pull back the curtain. Inside their fan base, there's real concern, even panic, because the Eagles that stormed to the Super Bowl last year have been gutted in ways we rarely see. Key pieces are gone, and the replacements simply don't measure up. Take Josh Sweat, for example. He was their sack leader, a relentless pass rusher who wrecked Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl, not once, but twice. He brought speed, power, and the kind of disruptive energy that could wreck an offensive line. And now? He's gone. Think about what that means. The Eagles lose one of their most dangerous defensive weapons, while Denver brings an offensive line that's stronger and more disciplined than what Kansas City had on that stage. That's a massive shift. For us, it's hope. For them, it's a problem they can't easily fix. Losing Sweat isn't just a subtraction, it's a major blow to a defense that thrived on pressure. And for the Broncos, that's the kind of break that could tilt this matchup in our favor. And it doesn't stop there. The Eagles didn't just lose Josh Sweat, they watched more of their Super Bowl stars walk right out the door. Milton Williams, a rising force in the middle of that defensive line, is gone. The Patriots snatched him up with a massive contract, thrilled to land a 25-year-old who racked up 5 sacks last season. Broncos fans remember his impact. He strip-sacked Patrick Mahomes, scooped up a fumble, and delivered 2 sacks in that very game. His ability to collapse the pocket and dominate inside was huge for Philly. Now, he's gone, leaving a gaping hole in the heart of their defense. And the losses keep stacking. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, a ball-hawk safety and emotional leader, is also out. 6 interceptions last year, a pick against Mahomes on the biggest stage, and the Eagles wanted him back badly. Instead, he's gone, taking his instincts and playmaking to Detroit. But maybe the biggest blow? Darius Slay. A veteran corner who signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. In last year's playoffs, Slay was everywhere, 5 pass breakups, 14 tackles, and a huge interception against the Rams. His presence gave the Eagles a shutdown option in the secondary. Without him, they lose one of their most reliable and feared defenders. Think about it: Sweat, Williams, Gardner-Johnson, Slay. 4 massive defensive playmakers. All gone. That's not just a crack in the armor, that's the foundation of their Super Bowl defense collapsing. The list of losses for Philadelphia doesn't end there. Oren Burks, who stepped up at linebacker during their playoff run, is gone too. 19 playoff tackles, 2 forced fumbles, that's no fluke. He was a difference maker, and now he's wearing Bengal stripes. And guess what? We'll be seeing him twice a year. Then there's Payton, a massive presence they slid into the guard spot. For his first season at the position, he graded out as one of the top guards in football, powerful, dependable, and a wall in the trenches. He's gone as well. Another cornerstone ripped from their foundation. When you add it all up, the picture becomes clear. This isn't the same Philadelphia team that stormed into the Super Bowl. Their own media headlines said it best during the off-season: who's even left? They lost over 4,300 defensive snaps from that championship roster. 4,000 snaps of experience, toughness, and playmaking ability vanished. So when fans say we're facing the Super Bowl Eagles, they're wrong. That team doesn't exist anymore. We're facing this year's Eagles, a team that hasn't been tested by an offensive mind like Sean Payton, and a team that, in truth, is nowhere near as terrifying as the reputation that follows them. In fact, I'd say this Eagles offense is one of the weakest groups we'll see all year. After facing a Burrow-less Bengals squad, I'd still rather go up against this Philly unit than deal with Justin Herbert and the Chargers. That's the reality. Forget the Super Bowl for a moment, look at what's happening with this team right now. Just last week, in the second half of their game, Jalen Hurts didn't complete a single pass. 0. An entire half of football with nothing through the air. If that happened in Denver, fans would be calling for changes immediately. That kind of collapse creates panic, and it's already boiling over in Philadelphia. Even their star players are sending cryptic messages on social media. A.J. Brown, their high-priced receiver, posted a tweet about not being welcome and quietly withdrawing, a clear sign of frustration. When your top weapon is resorting to vague posts instead of catching passes, you know something's wrong. And this isn't the A.J. Brown we've seen locked down by Patrick Surtain or Riley Moss. This is a frustrated receiver in a broken system, one that isn't connecting when it matters. Meanwhile, Saquon Barkley has taken a step back. After carrying an enormous load last season, his burst just isn't the same. He's not the same threat he once was. And on top of the player losses we've already talked about, the Eagles have been gutted on the sideline, too. 12 position coaches, along with their offensive and defensive coordinators, have all been hired away by other teams. That's leadership, strategy, and stability, gone. So when you add it all together, the missing stars, the struggles on offense, the cracks in the locker room, and the loss of coaching leadership, this so-called dynasty looks more like a house falling apart. This is how dynasties collapse, not from one big blow, but from within. Too much talent gone, too many cracks spreading across the foundation. And the Philadelphia Eagles are showing all the signs. Look at the odds for this game. Despite the hype, despite the narrative that Denver has no chance, the Eagles are only favored by 3.5 points. That's it. Almost exactly a year ago, the Broncos were in the same spot, heavy underdogs against Tom Brady's Buccaneers, a team everyone said was unstoppable. We walked into Tampa, in brutal heat, on a short week, with everything stacked against us, and we shocked the world. That feeling? That moment? It's building again. You can sense it in this locker room. After Monday night's victory, this team isn't just playing football, they're playing for each other. No selfish agendas. No cryptic tweets. No finger-pointing. Just fight, unity, and belief. This is a team where your WR1 can get chokeslammed by Trey Hendrickson and still finish a block in the dirt when the game's nearly out of reach. That's heart. That's grit. That's Broncos football. And don't forget, Sean Payton has a history of proving people wrong in these early start, no-chance games. Time and time again, he finds a way to flip the script. His chess matches with Vic Fangio are proof, both men trading wins, both showing how to drag games into the kind of low-scoring, grinded-out battles where one spark changes everything. That's the storm Denver is walking into, and it's one we're built to win. Sean Payton knows this battle. Against Vic Fangio-led defenses, his offenses have averaged 25 points per game. That's no accident. He understands how to break them down, how to exploit the cracks, and how to win when it matters. Sure, there was an outlier against Miami, but that was a game where starters were pulled and the scoreboard didn't tell the full story. This time? This is different. Payton thrives when the world counts him out. Short week. Tough road game. Everyone saying Denver has no shot. That's the exact moment he loves most, the chance to put the Broncos back on the map. And remember what Payton said at the start of the season, he's only coached 6 or 7 teams in his career that truly had Super Bowl potential. And this Broncos squad? He said this is one of them. Look at the facts, Denver hasn't trailed for a single second in the fourth quarter all year. Meanwhile, the Eagles quarterback couldn't complete a single pass in the second half of his last game. Their defense isn't the same. Their leaders are gone. Their dynasty has been gutted. And now, with Malcolm Roach returning to bolster our defense, the pieces are lining up. The Broncos match up perfectly with this Philadelphia team. We're not just walking into this game. We're marching into it with belief, unity, and fire. And come Sunday, Denver is going to shock the world. Broncos Country, this is our moment. Believe in your team. Believe in the fight. Because this isn't just another game, this is a statement. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it with your fellow fans. And hit that bell icon so you never miss an update, because the Denver Broncos are about to remind the NFL exactly who we are.